Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Susan Lynn. I'm a psychic and a medium. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today is a video that is part of a series that I do called Wisdom on Wednesdays. And this series of videos has videos on you name it, I've done it. Sasquatch, soul contracts, raising your vibration, human ascension, aliens, ETs, but mostly it is tending to focus on helping humans, right? Helping us make the best of our human experience here on this planet. So please check out the whole series. It's free. It's going to be at the end of the video. You'll see a link to watch the playlist. You can just kind of flick through and see what draws your attention. Also, you can at any time hit the logo, which is the squirrely thing, and go to my main channel and click playlist. You'll see a lot to watch there as well. All right, today we're going to be talking about doorways and possibilities and manifestation. Now, again, if you're new here, I'm channeling this. I'm about 60% spirit guides, 40% Susan. 40% Susan is the spicy part. The spirit guides are the unemotional part. They're just telling you, just humans, do this, right? The reason I do it this way is the spirit guides have said it's better for these messages to have a human component, a human flavoring to it, right? The guides just give it to you straight without any human understanding. And honestly, it's difficult to be a human. Even though I believe these spirit guides have walked the earth before, they haven't walked the earth in a long time. And they kind of forgot what it's like to be human. So that's where the 40% of Susan comes in. So let's talk about this. Now, there's a million videos on manifestation. I could do a million videos on this myself. Let me just tell you, none of this is easy, but it can be easier. Okay. That's the key. It can be easier. I wanted to say nothing is given to you for free, but that's not true. That's actually not true. It's frustrating as I'll get out, but when you're in the flow of the energy, things just happen. Miracles happen. You get the house for less than they even had it for sale for. You get the job that you're not even qualified for. You get the person of your dreams who just loves you and doesn't give a damn about anything that you think is a fault of yours. They love that about you. Yeah, that's all there. And those people probably are not watching this video because they're in the flow. They're not asking the question, how do I manifest? How do I do this? Why is my life so hard? They're not asking these questions because they're in the flow. You and I, let's just say that sometimes we get in the flow and then a low hanging tree branch comes by and grabs us, and then we're in the white water, and then we're like, what the hell? I was in the flow. What is this about? You know what I mean? Like, so humans. So I would think I was minding my own business, floating down the river in the flow of energy, going, I got it nailed. I got this. I know what I'm doing. I've dialed it in. And then bam, bam, you're out of the flow. And we think, what the hell, spirit, right? That's when we go to 1-800 spirit guides and we press 1 for complaints. And we're like, what gives, spirit? My life was really doing pretty good. Pretty good. Now I've been knocked out of the flow. Okay. I guess that's where we're going. Again, I'm channeling this. I have no idea what I'm going to say. I don't have a script. If this kind of thing is your jam, subscribe because there's a lot of it and it's very helpful. If this bothers you, click off of it. So I can say, don't torture yourself or me by commenting that, whatever. It's like, it doesn't help. So let's see here, guys. You're in the flow, how to be in the flow. They want to talk about these doorways because a lot of this, two reasons we get locked out of the flow. When I'm looking to the side, I'm getting messages that are different than the messages I'm getting right now. Like I'm going for more information. Okay. When we get knocked out of the flow, two reasons. One, it's a lesson. I hate to say it. I've done videos on lessons. We have lessons. I'm currently in one. Did I get a heads up from my spirit guides? Yes. Did I pay attention? No, no, I did not pay attention. Therefore, lesson activated. Okay. How do you know when it's a lesson? Well, that's a tricky question. Again, I've done videos on this, but your friends, your people you care about say, "Gosh, that boss is treating you like crap. You should probably move on. Why have you been at this job for so long? They treat you terrible." All the people who really love you are telling you, they're giving you guidance. Your spirits speak through them. Pay attention when people you trust speak to you. Pay attention when strangers speak to you. How does that look? Well, you're at the grocery store, there's a long line, and you're not a chatter. I am not a chatter. But yet, there's a person standing next to you who wants to chat. And they want to tell you about their job, how crappy it is, and how they finally just today gave their resignation. And you know what happened when I gave my resignation? A buddy, a friend of mine I hadn't talked to in a year, sent me an email and said, my company is hiring. Have you ever thought about leaving? That's how a stranger can give you a message. Okay? You didn't ask for it. It's odd, it's out of the blue. That's guidance. When things come to you odd, out of the blue, it's guidance. Add that to the fact that your friend, family member, whoever said you should leave your job. That's 2 guidances. Number 3, your boss really pisses you off. That will be 3. In my world, your world may be different, but in my world, 3 is a charm. If I get 3 messages, 3 things, 3 anythings, signs, messages, whatever you want to call them, I know I really should take action. 1, I'm like, maybe, maybe not. I don't know. 2, I'm like, uh-oh, I'm paying attention. 3, I got to do something. It's in my best interest to do something about this. Okay? So lessons would be one way you get knocked out of the flow. And your lesson is to stand up for yourself. If you have a situation where there's a lot of this going on around right now, where there's bullies are being shown for who they are. This is a very prominent energy right now. So you may be becoming aware. My God, I never realized that this person is an a-hole. That's Susan, not the guides. This person is a bully, has bully energy. Now I realize it. Now what do I do about it? That can throw you into a whole nother thing that is out of the flow. That takes you out of the flow. Realizing that someone's a bully, if you're in bully energy, you're not in the flow period anyway. So you're already not in the flow. You want to be in the flow, then love yourself, accept yourself, be gentle with yourself, talk nice to yourself, be supportive of yourself, and you're automatically going to get closer and closer and closer to the flow of energy. Also, your spirit guides love you unconditionally. Unconditionally. You could be a terrible person. You could have done a terrible thing that you feel ashamed about, that you have guilt over. Well, you're the only one beating yourself up. Seriously, you're the only one beating yourself up. Spirit loves you unconditionally. Of course, we're going to make mistakes. We're human. We have free will. We have the free will to do the dumbest things ever. Of course, we're going to do dumb things. Of course, we are. The key to the human experience is to do something that you feel was beneath you or not your normal character, or perhaps you just learned through justice, through judgment, through whatever reason. That wasn't cool. What I did wasn't cool. What I did was wrong. What I did was hurt somebody. Now I feel guilt, remorse, shame, upset, maybe even fear of recrimination. That's a cocktail of bringing your energy down into the pits from which you will only attract other people in the pits. So now your terrible feelings about yourself have just now been proven to be true. because your terrible vibration matches other people with terrible vibrations. Imagine that the same scenario happened and you said, "Oh, I was an SOB. I was a terrible husband, wife. I was a terrible parent in that situation. I did this wrong thing, whatever it is. I don't care. Fill in the blank." Okay. I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that. But I am going to say, I'm sorry I did it. I'm going to make amends where I can. I'm going to make amends to other people. I'm going to make amends to myself. And then let it go. Stop beating yourself up about it, because that's the human evolution. The evolution is we make mistakes, we make amends to ourselves and others, we dust ourselves off, and then we do better. We allow ourselves to move beyond the guilt, the shame, the fear, the judgment into a new level of compassion and understanding. That was me here. I'm no longer that person. I've grown. I've grown. I've learned my lessons. I'm here now. From this higher level, you're now going to connect not only closer with your spirit guides because they love you unconditionally, and they can't connect with you as easily if you're in the pits. But you're also going to connect with people and jobs and health and everything and be more in the flow because your vibration is higher, because you're not who you were. You're not that one bad thing you did. You're not that one thing that you let down, that person, that animal, that job, yourself, that you let down. It's in the history. It's in the rearview mirror. The rearview mirror is tiny. The windshield is large. When we're navigating our lives, we're looking out the windshield. We're not looking in this little tiny sliver that's the past. If you're living your life, if you're driving the vehicle of your life, only looking in the rear view mirror, what's going to happen to you? What do you think is going to happen to you? You're going to crash and you're going to burn. Don't do that. You're not navigating your life by looking in the past. Release that, forgive yourself, let it go, make amends, move on. Okay? That's how you master this life. That's how you get back into the flow. And that's a recipe you use throughout your life. It's not like we just do one dumb thing in our lives. We do a lot of dumb things in our lives because we're human. We're fallible. We have free will. So as you make a mistake, use those things. Make amends. You know, you can use the whole Ho'oponopono prayer. I'm not Hawaiian. If I'm saying that wrong, my apologies. But you can look it up. Just type in H-O and then O-P-O-N-O like 5 times. It's a very simple prayer. And I can't get it right now. I love you. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. And sometimes it's in different, you know, it comes in like, I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Or I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. It can be in different ways. The energy is the same. The spirit guides aren't out there with a clipboard saying, no, they said this prayer wrong. You don't get any credit. I'm sorry. It doesn't work like that. How it works is, what is your energy? If you're screaming this in anger, it's not going to work. If you're saying this in true compassion for yourself and for others, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. It is a powerful prayer. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Say that every day. Say it 20 times a day. Watch your life change. Watch all the people in your life change. I promise you it works. I promise you it works. If you dedicate yourself to it, it will work. I've been doing these videos for many years, and I challenge you guys regularly. And I offer you guys to come back and tell me in the comments a month later, a year later, I don't care. It didn't work, Susan. No one's ever done that yet. If you put in the work, spirit will meet you. You take a step, they're going to take a step. You're not in this alone, but we have to take the first step. Okay. Now, the other way that you could get knocked out of the flow, there's two ways, right? One is lessons, the other way, and there's probably other ways, but I'm just going to talk about two right now, is yourself. Sadly, do you even feel worthy of being in the flow? Honestly, be honest with yourself. If you're asking yourself honestly, do you feel worthy of the perfect job? Do you feel worthy of having a lot of extra money in your bank account? Do you feel worthy of easy street? Do you believe that you're just never ever going to have money because you're living on Social Security and it's a limited income? Do you just believe that no one is ever going to love you? Do you just believe you're always going to be alone? Do you just believe that your health is always going to be terrible? Well, honey, if you believe it, your spirit guides are not going to help you. They can't help you because you have free will. They can't just come into your life and say, Susan, wake up. That's not true about you. Snap out of it, Susan. They can't do that. They can send you little guidance here and there, but they can't whack you upside the head with a 2x4 unless it's a lesson. Sadly, if you don't have a lesson around poor self-esteem, you're welcome to have poor self-esteem your whole life. So, where in your life are you putting the guardrails on your own life? Where are you riding with the brakes on? Where are you keeping yourself from being bigger, better, brighter, happier, healthier, more successful? Because I'm telling you right now, even if you're sitting watching this video and you have limited income and there's no way you're ever going to make any money. I can't walk. I'm stuck in a wheelchair. I'm in a house and I'm making minimum money. Susan, stop talking to me. You're not talking to me. I am talking to you. I am talking to you because if you changed your attitude to, well, these things are true about me, no denying that. I am in this situation, whatever the situation is, I'm in it. However, if spirit wants to hook me up with some extra money or better health or better circumstances, I'm open to that. Bring me some miracles, spirit. I'm happy to have that. Now, you could say that out loud if you're alone, because saying things out loud does carry a little bit more energy. But if you can't say it out loud, you can say it in your head. It's just that humans haven't learned how to project our energy from our mind through telepathy. We can do it. Believe me, we do it actually all the time without knowing about it. But to do it and think about it, like project your thoughts out there. Think big, think loud, and also come down into your chest. All this energy has to come from here. If you're a thinking person and you just always in your head and you're not involving your heart, you're going to have a little bit of a dud of a launch for your energy to spirit. We need to get our whole body in line. We need to get our whole body involved in this, right? So you might also spend some time in your body. If you're a thinking person that's always thinking, ruminating, problem solving, worrying, whatever, you don't even know you have a body. You just throw something on and walk out the door. Really important to get in your body. Hug yourself, literally, right now, like this. Spend 10 seconds hugging yourself. Feel the pressure on your body. Touch yourself. Get back in your body. even if it's a painful body, even if it's a broken body, even if it's a fat body, even if it's a body you don't like, all the more reason to get back in it and to love it. Running away from your body doesn't help. It's you dragging this sucker with you no matter where you go. Seriously. So don't wake up at some point and your body betray you because you haven't been paying attention to it. Because you've decided, I'm not my body. I don't care about my body. I've got a smart mind. I've got a thinking mind. I'm not going to worry about that stupid body. I'm just going to pretend like it doesn't exist. Well, it'll remind you that it exists. Okay? Get back in your body. Spend time doing that. Watch then your prayers, your offers and asking for guidance. Watch them get stronger. Spirit, I'm asking for help. Send me opportunities for more money. Send me guidance on this decision. Now, step two is nobody knows this more than me, you guys. I am your fearless leader because I'm out here, like literally a mile ahead of you, screwing up so that I can tell you how not to do it. Swear to God. Swear to God. It's okay. I'm going to screw up anyway. I might as well pass it down the line. Don't do this. There's a big hole over here. Go around. I'm happy to do that because it's just me. Okay. So when you get guidance and you don't pay attention to it, I'm desperate for this information. This is your first red flag. I'm desperate for information all the time. I know I talk to my spirit guides all the time, but I'm about to tell you why it doesn't work for us or why it's harder for us. First red flag, desperation. Desperation means I'm desperate. I need an answer. Whatever it is, I need an answer. The problem with that is because you have so much energy, worry, concern, stress, anxiety, you're automatically going into fight or flight. You're going into the most primal human response possible. You went all the way back, to the Neanderthal or whatever. You went all the way back to the beginning of humans' inception. Okay? You're less likely to be able to hear the guidance by 1,000%. So desperation already puts you at a disadvantage. Now that's unfortunate because when we're desperate, it means we probably haven't been listening to the guidance. Probably means we haven't been acting on the guidance. Probably means now we have a lesson around not listening or acting on the guidance. Now we're desperate. Now we really need some guidance. But we can't hear it because we're in desperation mode. Okay? Now, here's what I want you to do. We're going to circle back to the doors. I didn't say this was easy, but I'm saying it works. And I'm saying that with anything, it gets easier if you work at it. Okay? If you don't work at it, you're going to be stuck in the pits. We don't want to be stuck in the pits. We want to acknowledge that we are celestial light beings having a human experience. And we want to acknowledge that all of these things are here for us. We are not destined to be in the pits. None of us. Period. End of story. No matter what lessons you have in your life, you're not destined to be small, to be angry, to be helpless, to be unhealthy, to be, in the pits. That's not your destiny. That's a lesson. Okay. So if you're in desperation mode or you're stuck, which is similar energy to desperation mode, because if you're stuck long enough, you'll be desperate for something. And that's when this is what they're telling me, and it's so true. That's when you power up your brain, right? So you say, "Oh, no, no, no. I'm a human living in the the 2020s, the 2024, 25, 28, whatever it is. I'm a human living. I'm not no Neanderthal. No, I'm going to use my brain. Okay. I'm smart. I'm evolved." Then you kick your brain into it and you're like, "Okay, brain, let's figure this out. How do I figure this out?" You use your brain. I'm here to tell you 9 times, oh, okay, spirit guides say 9.8 times out of 10, you're going to be wrong. You're going to go the wrong direction. If the flow is straight, what I've learned to call it is a 90. You pull a 90, meaning you're not going straight anymore. You just like literally turn the wheel and go off straight off into the field. You just because your brain is like, "Okay, I think we should go back to school and become an accountant. I think we should go to couples counseling. We'll fix this problem. I think that if I just move into the extra bedroom, we'll get along and it'll be fine. I think that if I continue to give my kid $500 a month, they'll figure it out. They just need more time." You're going to think your way out of it. Or you're going to think, "I'm screwed. My life is over. I have nothing. I just need to wait this life out. I'm never going to have A, B, C, D, E, F. I'm just going to wait this life out. I'm just going to sit here in my living room in the pits, wait for things, wait for me to die, wait for things to just, I'm just going to call it in every day. I'm going to phone in life every day." Okay. That's wrong. That would be wrong. Those are wrong decisions. And if you keep making wrong decisions, guess what you ask for? A lesson. Yep, you ask for a lesson. Now, what's another way to do this? Another way to do this. I invite you. First of all, like I said earlier, raise your vibration. Very, very first thing you should be doing. I love myself. I am enough. I am worthy. I've talked about this a lot. Look in the mirror, look at yourself and say, "I love you. You're wonderful. You're special. You're unique. You're worthy of love. You're worthy of respect. You're worthy of money. You're worthy of health." Look in the mirror and say those things to yourself. Do it often. It'll change your entire life. No more pits for you. Okay. And as you raise your vibration, you're getting closer to your spirit guides who love you unconditionally. And then when they send you guidance, you're like, "Oh, I think maybe I should do this. I've never thought about it before. It seems kind of odd, weird, strange, out of left field. But I mean, maybe I'll try it. Seems like I'm getting some guidance. Maybe I'll just stick my toe. Maybe I'll just take a step in that direction and then I'll see." Because if I get open doors, I'm in the right path. If I get closed doors, I'm in the wrong path. Or there's a fly in the ointment. I'm on the right path, but something isn't right. Okay. So, what you can do besides raising your vibration, which is extremely important, what you can do is create a space for your spirit guides to give you messages and be more open to accepting them. This is not the easiest thing, but again, the more you raise your vibration, the easier it gets. So, this is a process. So, if you were to think right now, if you were to imagine a door, now some people can't see. True, 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 true. Some people cannot imagine visual things. It's not the majority of you, it's the minority of you, but some of you can't. If you can't see it for whatever reason, I want you to feel it. I want you to imagine what it might be like. Here's a door, it's in front of you. What is this door like? Is it wood? Is it metal? Is it glass? Is it high tech? Is it ancient? Is it obscured by something, by fog, by vines? Is it guarded? What's going on with this door? Would you associate a color with this door? Would you imagine a certain color? Okay, stop the video, rewind, listen to that again, and then write down the door. My door looks like this, feels like this. Record how you feel about the door. Do I feel anxious? Does this door make me anxious? What is my body doing? Am I leaning back? Am I feeling like no, no? Am I leaning forward going, is that a sigil? Is that a marking on the door? What's going on with this door? Am I drawn to a door handle? Is there a door handle? How do I get in this door? There's no door handle. Why would spirit give me a door without a door handle? That's an interesting concept, isn't it? How do I open this door? Do I want to open this door? Now, imagine, if you've watched me a lot, you understand the magic word is imagine, because imagine takes your brain offline. Your brain is not helpful here. Your brain is really helpful paying the bills, going to work, driving your car, getting up out of bed, walking across the room. Brain's super helpful. We need our brain. However, it's been compromised by our childhood that said, you're not worthy, you're not special, you're not pretty, you're never going to have anything, you're not going to have any money. Or maybe it was a relationship that made you feel those things. Your brain has been compromised. It's limited, and it's limiting you. It's taking you back to fight or flight. Two choices. We have a million choices. We don't have to fight or flight. We can sit and think. We can sit and be. We can ask for help. We can help ourselves. So tune into this door, because behind this door is your opportunity. Now, I've been in a session with my own self where I was excited about the door, and I felt like I had support. I felt like my guide team was with me, and I felt like my loved ones in spirit that have crossed over were with me, and it actually felt like a party. It felt like a graduation. I felt like I was graduating. You might feel that this door is scary, fearful, or tense, or you might feel that this door is accepting and happy and wondrous. And guess what? There's a lot of doors. And guess what? They all mean different things to you. So if you could imagine, what does this door represent? Use the word imagine. Do I imagine? Am I feeling? Am I knowing without knowing how I know it that this door feels like work? Am I just have a knowing or a feeling that this door is my health? Maybe this door is my spiritual growth. Maybe this door is my relationships. Maybe I'm trying to imagine and I can't imagine what this door is about. Then you might even imagine, is this door for me? Is this door mine? Do I feel connected to this door? And you're gonna know. No feels low. No. Think about no being a deep voice. Think about yes being a high voice. Does the energy feel up? Does the energy feel down? You might also use a color. For you, yes feels like yellow, and no feels like brown or black or even purple. Maybe you just hate purple, right? Doesn't matter. What color would you associate with no? You're now taking a step towards your spirit guides and guidance. And your guides are like, oh, she wants to use purple for no. Got it. She wants to use yellow for yes. Got it. Now, ask your spirit guides to allow you to feel or see that color when you're making decisions. Is this in my best and highest good? Yes or no? Ooh, yellow. Ooh, no, gray. Whatever color you want it to be. Could be purple as your yes, and it could be red as your no. They don't care. They don't care what colors you use. Or it could be that you use the yes, high, woo, low, low, no. Am I feeling up? Am I feeling down? Use your body. Is this does this decision make me feel high, up, or low? Allow your body to slump if it's a no. There's a million ways to do this. You find the one that works for you. This is a real misnomer in our community that you have to do it the way this person does it. And then it doesn't work for you. And then you feel like you can't do it. I can't do that because it doesn't work the way Susan does it. That would be also a no, because my way is very unique and different just for me. Okay? All of us have different fingerprints. That means all of us have different ways of dealing with anything and everything. And there isn't any one right way to do it. Okay? So once you start kind of getting in and working your own energy, figuring out, I love myself, I'm worthy, I'm unique and special and worthy in my own way, and I'm worthy of happiness, I'm worthy of love, I'm worthy of abundance, I'm worthy of good health. Once you start figuring that out, you're going to get yourself back on the path, which is the flow. You're going to get back in the flow. So you'll know, is that door for me? Is that door something I'm ready to go through? If you're trying to make a decision and you're like, oh, I really think I think I can do this, but it scares me to take this big leap. It feels like a big leap. It feels like I don't have a net. It feels like I don't know. And there's the door. Imagine the door to be this leap, this decision. Work with the door. Go back to the door every day. What does the door look like today? You might see the same door or feel or know the same door that in the beginning was guarded and had, vipers in front of it hanging out of vines. And you're like, that door's not mine. I don't want to go through that door. After you raise your vibration, that's fear, by the way. That's not real. That's your fears manifesting in your thoughts, but also going to manifest in your life. So you work on yourself. I can do this. If I choose to make this leap, I can do it. I trust myself. I love myself. I'm in the flow. I'm in the flow. I'm not blocking anything. I'm allowing guidance. I'm in the flow of life. I love myself. And I know that if this door is the right direction for me, that I will be shown the guidance. And I know that I will get more and more information. So the next day, you look at the door, maybe the vipers are gone. The next week, you look at the door, and now it looks like it looks safe. It looks, wow, the door changed. Wow, that looks different. That feels different to me. A week later, the door is opening. It's inviting you in. You worked through your fears. You worked through your own fight or flight energy. And now you're saying, okay, I'm working with this. Now, conversely, if you're raising your vibration and you're being gentle and loving to yourself, and that door starts getting worse, then that's a bullet dodged. That's a lesson dodged. You didn't just blunder into the door. You didn't do fight or flight. Two options. You said, no, I've got a lot more options here. I'm an evolved human being. I'm a celestial being having a human experience. I'm going to integrate the celestial knowledge, gifts, guidance, help that I know I have into my life. And I'm going to listen to it. When I get the guidance, I'm going to stop. I'm not going to allow my brain to say, this person couldn't have done that, or this job really likes me. They treat me well. I'm sure they're going to give me a raise sometime. Yet the guidance says, leave, 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 leave. You're going back to that fight or flight part of your energy and saying, I'm safer with the devil I know than the devil I don't know. Listen for the guidance. Allow the guidance to be true, even if it's out of left field, because it will be. I promise you. It will be challenging. It will challenge you. It will be weird. It will be out there. It won't make any sense to you. Ask somebody that you really trust and love, not the bully. And they're going to say, yeah, that's true. You really should be a singer. You should take your musician career to a new level. You really should write that book. Yes. Yes, you should continue with your degree. No, you should you're right. You should quit this job. There are people there is guidance. You can find it. You can find it. It's there in your life. But our brain, our energy gets corrupted from our childhood, from some weird thing that happened in our life, and we get knocked off of the flow. And we get knocked into this human bitterness, overthinking, and also people pleasing, codependency. And that becomes our Lord and Master. That becomes our guidance. And it's not true guidance, it's not real. It's the pits. Get out of the pits. Love yourself, adore yourself. You're not being selfish when you put your needs first. When the oxygen mask drops out of the overhead compartment of the airplane, and God, I hope it never happens to you or me, they say to put it on you first. If you put that oxygen mask on your 5-year-old, you're going to pass out in the aisle. The 5-year-old's going to take the mask out and make some kind of origami thing out of it, and you're all going to die. You have to take care of yourself. If you want to take care of anybody else, you've got to start with you. Everything starts with you. Believe it or not, everything starts with you. You fix everything from the inside out. Once you raise your vibration and love yourself, guess what happens? You get a new job for more money. You get the right relationships in your life. You get out of the pits and you get surrounded by people that love themselves too. That doesn't mean they're narcissists. That is what narcissists have gaslit you to believe. You're selfish. You're the one that's the narcissist. No, honey, you're being played. When people love themselves, they're generous because they know where their boundaries are, because they feel centered and calm. They're not in the pits. And those centered and calm people don't hang out with people in the pits. Okay? So once you become centered and calm and you love yourself and you're compassionate with yourself and you're more often than not in the flow, sometimes we get out of the flow, even everybody, but you're more often than not in the flow and you know how to get yourself back in the flow. That's key. We talked about that. Part of the human experience is lessons, getting out of the flow and being able to get in the flow, getting out of the flow and be able to get into flow, falling off your bike And instead of getting mad and throwing it out, throwing it down and jumping on it, saying, oh, darn, I fell off my bike. Oh, look, there was a rock back there. I didn't see it. I'm going to learn to see that rock next time. I'm going to get back on my bike and I'm going to ride on. That's human evolution. Human evolution is not to blame the bike and to find 5 other people who are going to help you blame the bike and then go over there in the pits with them. Does that make sense? It's about lessons, overcoming the lessons through loving yourself. Lessons, overcoming the lessons through loving yourself. If you'll do this in your life, you'll lead by example. Your kids, even your pets, everything will benefit from it. It's not just you benefiting from it. You're now an energy that's up here and you're helping everybody through your improved vibration. Okay? Hopefully this has made sense. Let me know what you think in the comments. This has been Wisdom on Wednesdays with Susan Lynn, Psychic Medium. If you watch to the end, again, hit that subscribe button. Share this with your friends that might find it helpful, or family, and take really, really good care of yourself, okay? I look forward to seeing you again soon. Also, I'll just quickly mention I've got new classes coming in the description. Read the little beginning of the description. You'll see a more. Click the more. The whole description opens up. You'll see my classes there. Also, I have an online community for people just like you. I really do. There's over 400 people there. We talk with each other. We chat with each other. We share our dreams. We share our problems. We support each other. It is a spiritual community just for people like us. You can find that information as well in the description. Take really, really good care, everybody. I'll see you again next Wednesday.